That was great. That was such a... See, Sienna's been obsessed with taking pictures because of mobile phones. She's now always taking pictures, and so I gave her my camera, and when we did the Twilight series she took that picture, and that was the one. My wife wasn't too good with the camera, but Sienna took over and said, I'll take it, and obviously we're losing light, and it was like she wanted to take a Twilight picture, and there's my 6-year-old girl taking that one, which we're very proud of. Yeah, it's a great picture.
It is.
What was her reaction when you told her that was the one?
Do you know what? She was a bit like, yeah, I thought they would. Do you know what I mean? And when she'll take a picture, and she'll go, what do you think of that? And you go, wow, it's amazing. But you do actually, you're not like being like oh, well done, well done, you took a nice picture there. It's like, oh, it's really good. So I think, but she wants to be an underwater photographer. That's her aim. So already, so at least she's got a thing she wants to do already. The infinite collection that we're doing here is what I was trying to explain to the children was how far the Milky Way is, and how far the universe is, and how big it is, and how mind-bendingly big it is, and that's what the kids couldn't get their heads around. So I was spending a lot of time in the garden with football and tennis balls, and saying exactly where we are on the moon is, and how big our solar system is, and then how big the Milky Way is, and then to try and get them, the comprehension for a young child to get their head around is rather difficult. So yeah, it's trying to explain it to the kids, and I think they've got it now, but it's still quite awe-inspiring, especially when you see the photographs in it. You're like, wow. And so then to try and paint it, that's been the obsession I've started to go in. The way the kids have been involved in this is they've taken over, and they don't let me go out on my own anymore. I've got to take them with them, and so we'll go off to do some like night photography, maybe in London or somewhere like that. We've done a few films of how we've done the work, and how the Twilight series as well, and so my son's got very much into the drone flying as well, so I think he's a budding filmmaker now as well. The piece I named Utopia was one that I think that was when I realised what I was painting and how I could paint the Milky Way, and that was a big moment, and so that was a massive reason why it became Utopia. And so yeah, that's why I wanted to include everything in that picture, and it did, and even the shine off the lake as well. So yeah, I looked into Zenith being a celestial a line coming up off the planet from a straight line above you, and that'd be where the Milky Way is, and so that's sort of following that same line. So we've got solar fields being the pinkish, that was a scape of the curve of the Milky Way going over the mountains, and that was a Nordic type of picture. So yeah, that's another thing that I just wanted to include as well. I think they're all places I've been before, but it was trying to mix, so we've been to Norway and Finland, and then but the nice one in Scotland was the Utopia, so that was a nod back to the UK as well. But it's like and I think that's something that the Milky Way is very inclusive. It's everywhere, so there's no country given to it. It's just everyone can see it whenever you want. So that's some part of it.